my journey has been discovering Asian forms and Asian performance paradigms. Before, I was very much Anglophilic. Given my background, I was from literature, I was from theatre. I studied all the Western canon, all that. And being in Singapore, in that time, Asianness was not seen as something totally desirable.
Right.
It was always that you have to look west.
Right.
Through theatre, I came to a juncture where I felt more empathy with a certain Asian condition, if I may call it. And this condition is not is that traditions are being eroded, they're slipping away in the face of modernity. Asianness also, as I traveled with the company into Europe to perform, I also realized that there was always a frame in which Asian performance was viewed by both the audience as well as the presenters. And so hence my journey was becoming, in a way, political.
Right. Since I was very interested in the West European dance, the contemporary dance came from historically Western Europe and also America.
Correct.
So as the young student at the dance school, my focus was also in the Europe and America, either. So, and then I realized that there are another world in this planet, and also because I was quite confused about where's my home and I have to put myself where
As dancer.
as dancer and as a choreographer more.
Correct,
Yeah.
So you thought that's the contemporary dance a couple of years ago? Yeah. And now?
Now I don't know. Because I don't know, I became quite shy when I say, what are you doing? And I say, yes, I am a choreographer. And what kind of dance do you do? And, yes, I do dance, but what kind of dance? We dance. Because the next question is, what is contemporary dance?
사람들은 가끔 자신의 머릿속에 있지 않은 것은 이 세상에 존재하지 않는 것처럼 생각한다. 그들처럼 나도 그렇다. 나의 세계 지도에 없는 그곳으로. maybe it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8.
Ah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ya kanan. Ju. Ya, of course. Down. 1, 2, 3. Ambil kanan. Tiba, geleng. Dundang. Jalo, jamu mana udah. Jalo, tandamu. Ingat tandamu. Tandamu lihat dalam dua turuti.
This is our Tati.
Hi.
Hello, Tati. Nice to meet you.
Heekyung. Nice to meet you. Heekyung.
Heekyung.
Yeah. From Korea. Hi.
For me, it's not the same contemporary style with like a Europe or United States. It's very different because most of us from Indonesia, our basic is from traditional dance, Indonesia traditional dance. It's very different.
Sometimes, is it important for us to make like this is contemporary, this is traditional, and this is it important or
It's not important if we just stay in one place or area, but if we meet the other culture, it can be problem. 한이와 나는 2006년 폴란드 바르샤바에서 열린 아시아 유럽 댄스 포럼에서 만났다. 첫날 무용수로 참가한 모든 참가자들은 자신을 표현하는 짧은 즉흥 솔로 공연으로 자신을 소개하는 시간을 가졌다.
all people, choreographer in Indonesia mostly use traditional dance because they really know, like me, really know about traditional dance because we learn, we live, we study from child until now. We still learning about traditional dance. So.
그때 나는 이런 질문을 품게 되었다. 왜 대부분의 아시아 참가자들은 자신을 표현하라고 했을 때 전통을 보여주는 걸까? 그리고 왜 어떤 유럽 참가자들도 전통을 보여주지 않은 거지?
also hatatis and
Yeah.
like
White
many
people,
more. Like
many,
the time background of the contemporary dance are mostly
No.
old days.
No.
No.
When I saw the Mugi's rehearsal about the first piece about the woman, I was thinking about individual's contemporary or individual's time. It's different, can be different, because I didn't know about this piece, what it's about and what's the title. And then when I just saw it, I was thinking maybe it came from legend story about a woman or something like that, because for me it was not about now.
Change your weight here, and then you change then your weight to center. You gave me the goal with this leg and do whatever, but with the same speed. And you give certain emotion or just move
and
without
any motivation
You're right.
no
and I move.
yeah
And then
and then you can and then I can and then you can make your own imagination and because
just comes up.
this come up
Yeah. And then I continue
yeah
with this imagination.
yeah
I want to go up.
Tarik sini, step, nih. Wes, coba.
The dance of Java about the slowness, softness, and to flow.
To flow.
Yeah, to flow.
To flow, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm used, for example, not with the form. So I'm just walking.
Yes.
Maybe this is soft. Maybe I'm like this to flow, all like this. With the gamelan, you listen. This is my rhythm already with the gamelan soft. But I'm not used the vocabulary traditional. Maybe just simple like this, sleepy. Yeah, I think the concept is traditional. A lot of the connected relation with the nature. Maybe not only in Java, maybe in Korean and ASEAN, and Bali too.
Yeah.
Because Bali have, actually in ASEAN, we don't have the stage like proscenium. In outdoor and the nature. The lighting only fire. Fire on the moon, light from the moon too. From nature, and then reflection. Sometimes we see the architectural or landscape, and then because the dance court like this, not only concentration, not only the dancers,
Not always.
all important. All the
environment,
space, environment. So
I have a question to Heekyung. What is definition of contemporary dance for you? Just I don't know what's Western meaning of contemporary dance.
Okay. What you said, what I told, I cannot really say the definition of the contemporary dance, but my thought was almost about postmodern dance. So it was my prejudice and very kind of strong thoughts.
if I as a traditional dancer and trying something different, so am I still traditional dancer or contemporary dancer? Is it important? So what's wrong?
But I think through time, through inevitable Western forces, through globalization, through the growth of media, I think we have produced a generation or even two generations of practitioners that don't necessarily believe in these kinds of traditions anymore. You know, they are brought up in a different way. They are you could say they are more, the logic is different.
When I came here and then what I found out is Philippines is very different than Indonesia or Taiwan or a different country in Southeast, because I don't know, maybe because of the history, but other country has very strong traditional dance, like Korean traditional dance or Thai. But here is more strong as in classical ballet. It's really different. Yeah, and different developments through the modern contemporary dance.
Correct. We have very, very strong history on ballet.
Yes.
And then modern dance, Graham.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's a bit kind of weird.
You know, Philippines sleep with Spanish and America. Long time, sleep together.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to divorce.
I don't think it's linear at all, and in terms of culture, I think it's a very Western concept to believe in a linear progression.
Yeah.
I think it's a very modern. In fact, that's a very modern idea.
Yes.
I would say that time is linear, more or less.
Right.
But that doesn't say anything about whether we should try catching up with someone else.
What is supposed to be authentic and exotic, because the Philippines is being known, of course, all over the world. If we do the bamboo thing, which is the tinikling folk dance, that is completely people's stereotype idea of who we are. But we have become a period of just this generation. I don't dance those dances anymore. I have questions aside from that.
Then I was questioning, how about for Filipino young generation, what can they grab?
I think university as artists, you just have to. You are a Korean, and then one is a Filipino choreographer. When I was choreographing, I just never thought of where I take from. I just create dance, and I think it's because I'm Filipino. It's different if from a Korean dancer or a French dancer. There will be difference. You must not worry too much about it has to be Filipino. I think in a way it's a demand which is not good from international to be able to be recognized as an artist doesn't mean your movements has to have Filipino. I don't agree.
Asians imagining Asianness even.
Yeah, right.
It's not just the Europeans who are, you know, the ones who are imposing their views on us. Sometimes we are also imposing our own views of what Asian dance is. So, very complicated.
Well, you know, Heekyung, my feeling there is me also when I was younger. I went to US to study. I left for college there, and then after college I went to New York to try out being a dancer in New York City. I realized in my study that I think European was also looking, like now maybe you're looking, but the Europeans were looking after ballet. Okay, after ballet they look because they want to go against ballet or to evolve dance in their own expression, which is what contemporary dance is. And I think a lot of them went to India and to Japan, even maybe Korea, I don't know, but they went here and took from the East, and then they bring it back. I think Laban also and the European method there learned also from Buto before. I think there was really an intermingling and connection. And then we, I think Filipinos, go after that. Then we study Martha Graham and we study European technique. So it's kind of circle.
I think as Asian people, we are so enchanted with what the West has, and we want to go there and we want to prove ourselves.
Some French critic was saying that globalization is not new in dance, because even in the history of America, Ruth St. Denis were appropriating influences from the East, and she was never questioned about the whole authenticity of it. They just felt free to be able to do that. And why is it that at this moment that our experience of appropriating styles or influences or notions from Europe as regards contemporary dance, then the issue of authenticity becomes a big problem for us. So I guess that's some of the questions that our generation should at least face and figure out if it is relevant for us or not.
한동안 나는 유럽을 돌아다니고 그곳에 머물며 유럽과 한국 사이를 왔다 갔다 했다. 내게 새로운 세계인 유럽은 더 세련되고 앞서가는 것처럼 보였다. 어쩌면 난 이 새로운 곳과 더 맞을지도 모른다. 그러던 어느 때부턴가 그 두 어느 곳도 내게 딱 맞지가 않았다. 이곳에선 이것을 현대예술이라고 하고 저곳에선 저것을 현대예술이라고 부른다. 이제껏 내가 하고 있다고 생각해왔던 현대무용은 어디에 있지? 내가 무엇을 하고 있는지 알기 위해 그게 어디에 있는지 꼭 찾아내야겠어.
I went to New York and just California.
Where did you do in New York?
I was looking for the kind of seed or original people of content improvisation and improvisation.
Right, like Steve Paxton.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my very, 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 very favorite is Vera Montero.
Who is
she? Vera Montero. She's a Portuguese choreographer. She's a woman, lady Portuguese choreographer. She works a lot with text and works a lot with improv. I think she worked with Steve Paxton, the Lisbon Project or something. So yeah, she's amazing. I learned so much from her. Free writing and free composing.
Her
in Vienna, so I had
everything happened in Vienna.
Yeah, it changed my life, so I have to go work and change my life again.
I shouldn't be complaining. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, I complain a lot normally. I think that's what's happened ever since I came back to the Philippines. I complain a lot. Like, life is so shitty here. Life is so hard. Poor me. I write to my Canadian friends. Oh, you don't know how good you have it. You lucky, lucky Canadians, you.
I was given an opportunity to go and attend my first Singapore dance conference, and that's how I found out about contemporary dance. I realized that there is a big world outside of the traditional notion of dancing that I see in the Philippines.
I think I had a kind of dream, like a postmodern dance era came again, please.
And you got it? Yeah. Reflex. And then, sorry. Then we can like rehearse with the
anticipation.
Yeah. How your body sense the timing, right timing. Wow, let's do a work. I like you.
You know, I'm not a dancer. I'm not a choreographer. But you know,
you're a dancer. You're a dancer.
I started this like 2005. Actually, this was a dream that Reggie, me, and Jay always wanted to have, that to promote a jam community in Manila, at least in dancing. A jam is usually, it's a free jam, usually dancers come from the day to rent this jam. Sometimes that improvise for predetermined time.
Our generation needs more articulations or intellectual things in dance.
Yeah.
Because there is an issue that the dance worker want to be a dance artist rather than dancer.
Yeah.
It's kind of issue to be an artist in dance field, dance world.
Researching every day, or like I have this habit now of every month I would go on the Google and keep on typing contemporary dance and keep on getting, collecting definitions. I actually want to do interviews of all the dance teachers and ask them. I found a nice definition actually, like last week, that contemporary dance is always this dance that examines the performing conditions around performance, and engages with some kind of history or some kind of topic. I have it actually.
Here, the definition of the contemporary is wider than.
It's an inclusive definition. It's not an exclusive definition.
Yes.
Which doesn't really help define it. It's such a conflict of interest with contemporary dance. You really you have this advocacy for presenting and representation of dance in society and of your body in society. And then yet again you do racket, which totally commercializes the body. I have a problem with that as well. That's why even if I don't have money before, I stopped doing it.
What do you think, or what do you feel when you do like the racket things or some entertainment approach from like a making, creating some piece, choreography?
I sometimes feel productive and unproductive. Productive because I make money.
Yes.
Unproductive because I'm sad because it's not art. It's not the usual things that we do. That's why I feel happy also because same thing because I get money from it. But that's it.
To strike a conversation, just a conversation about a certain topic about dance, not about your best friend's personal life or your personal life, is so difficult. It's like I cannot talk to them about anything about dance except for Maya. Of course, she's my teacher and she likes to talk a lot, and we talk a lot. But with air dance, for example, it's like you never process things. You just it's still this conventional dancer mentality that I actually ran away from.
My near future plan is to work abroad as a dancer.
As a dancer.
But to help my family. That's the one reason why.
Help your family.
Yes.
To me, the whole time it was just the same. Dance is art. So maybe this is the problem. I don't know.
They usually say, oh, they're just a racket company. It's their. They also have an artistic side, not just the racket.
I was very, very surprised that contemporary dancer, because they call themselves contemporary dancers. Contemporary dancer, they do racket and they do hip hop and they teach hip hop and like things like they go to Hong Kong Disneyland, and it's at least I know, or at least for me, it's not really very acceptable, because if you do contemporary dance, that means you are artist.
Yes, it's more art.
It's very.
Thank you, Lord.
It's like I'm artist, so I cannot get money from that kind of thing.
What I'm trying to say is that the life and the art blur more here. Fiction and reality blur more here than perhaps highly civilized and developed country where it's all. So the way of working is like that. It's time and timelessness.
We're outside.
Right now, yeah.
Yung isa ko pong pwede.
maybe it's a question to myself, but I ask to you. It seems that you need to do that, or it's necessary for yourself. And can you say why do you need to define what is contemporary dance?
For myself.
Yeah, for the moments. Or?
I think I also just want to know what I'm dealing with, or keep myself abreast with. I know, of course, everybody is just defining it as well, and I know that, but I'm the kind of person that always wants to know everything I'm walking and getting into, and also to feel less isolated as an artist, because these are actually my concerns, and it's just my hunch that maybe I am doing contemporary dance because this is how I do it, and then to research and to find out that yes, you're on the right path. This is somehow makes me feel less isolated. From the world. I mean, the Philippines is so isolated from information, and isolated as a dance artist working in the Philippines, where the community does not address these kinds of questions.
Right.
And if you concern yourself to address these questions, you are somehow a little bit isolated from the rest. And that's why I always research, and
that's why I do now. You think like why I come here? This why I do this journey.
Exactly. Then it becomes even more harder. In fact,
yeah, maybe.
You think it's easier, but because so now you know all these bits of information. Then you go like, okay, what am I gonna do now? I'm stuck.
Bottom line is, I don't think they see themselves as living in the Philippines. You see, they're living in some art, contemporary dance world in the global international scene, arts. It is not some notion out there. This is what I'm trying to say. And so this is what I'm telling you, that it's floating.
For me, I agree, yes, because we need money. That's why I do this for entertainment. But if we people don't need money, I can do art only.
Maybe I had quite strong belief that what should be art or like that, or I had an image about art, but
It's really the artists who try to create dance from about the reality, the problems of your people, how difficult, how hard, how no money, and how you are in between. What is your struggle? Dance it. I will cry with you. I'm part of the struggle. You know, you embrace me with that one pure word. This is for me contemporary dance. And it for me, if it's less experimental but it's authentic, this is contemporary dance for me.
What is the image of your, when you say pure contemporary dance? They should be European, they should be American.
No, Asian
Asian
can be called pure contemporary dancer, but like I said, they're not interested in use of culture or technique from. I mean, in this day, people who dance in contemporary, most of them use technique from the European, American. I mean, in Asian dancer also. That's what made I just call them a pure contemporary because have another word, a traditional contemporary, Thai contemporary.
When I do Thai dance, the Thai people tell me, you don't dance Thai classical. You like a Western style, do Thai classical. I don't understand because I do specific with the Thai classical because I learn with the old master. But I bring the technique. I do so much with the technique now. The Thai people don't understand deep in technique of Thai classical.
'이 모든 게 웨스턴 컨템퍼러리라고 이름 불러 생긴 혼란이 아니었을까?
Many times I have dance experience here. Many artists and they just like have a beginning event, students come and sometimes have guests from another country and teacher from the Chiang Mai University for Art Department. They just sit here, become a dining, eating, sit on the floor, and then we just do improvisation here with one or two instruments, just eating and then perform.
It's not locked. Because yes. Come on.
In Chiang Mai also they have their own dance society. contemporary, but doesn't use technique or anything from Western. We do our contemporary style, but we set this as contemporary. This kind of ceremony, and the spirit will invite you to join dance. Yeah, and you just do improvisation, let it go, while something hard comes inside you. But I know by the time nothing comes inside and no spirit comes inside to me. But they believe that people have something can connect to the spirit. And then that. I show you my stage. My stage is on street, also my stage performance. We have many parades here. Temples also stage for me also. We also use a trade costume and movement from painting also.
이렇게 버젓이 내 눈앞에 존재하고 있는 안우차의 현재는 나의 현재와 너무 다르다. 내게 과거처럼 보이는 것이 그에겐 현재이다.
Understand why the god of performing arts is elephant. Because elephants cannot really move.
How I explain? You can see the god of a dance, elephant, at the center, right?
The white one.
No, red one. The center.
Yes,
Yeah.
the elephants. So it's like God, or
Yeah,
this
like
mask
God.
is.
Yeah, mostly it's God. I mean, every mask we wearing for perform, we need to have some God or teacher there inside mask.
Maybe about the religion, the Thailand have influenced by Buddhism, the culture, like art, dance, culture influenced by Hinduism.
Yeah, of course, because in the traditional Thai dance history, the dancing from India, every movement is every writing of movement and story is from India because of Hindu.
This is strange because this is about this is about Hinduism, but this is about Buddhism.
But because we are Buddhist, we are
Yes.
respecting Buddhist, but in the same time we are dancer, we are respecting the Hindu God also.
But you don't have any problem because you are Buddhist.
No problem.
No problem.
Like what I said, Hindu and Buddhist sometimes come together. Some ceremony is mixed between Hindu and Buddhist, like a ceremony for farmer, ceremony for king. Everything's mixed.
Yes, completely.
Yeah. Sometimes it's difficult to separate what is Hindu, what is Buddhist, but we are Thai people. We are all
Yeah, I think because I am foreigner, so if I live here, maybe I can.
Yeah. Sometimes we cannot explain by
Yes.
talking.
When I met in Indonesian people and here in some Thailand people, even young people, they are so connected with religion and all the metaphor things. So I was quite surprised of that. So in Indonesia people, I feel like they live in another time, which is very natural for them. I felt this kind of metaphor is still alive and still going on in their life, which was very surprise for me because in Seoul is already, I don't have any kind of connect. It's very difficult to have a connection with the tradition rather than Western culture. As an individual also. History.
Traditional dancer. I am fish. I am people in the palace. I am the bird in the sky. I am the river from the Tibet mountain. I am person in the parade. I am the son of my dad and my mom. I am human. Sometimes we I'm not dance when I perform, but something come inside me and control my movement.
It's not yourself who dance.
It's not myself.
It's very interesting because actually because I normally studied or learned improvisation from Western teachers. And actually the more teacher has a high level of improvisation and many experience of improvisation, they said very same thing with this teacher. It's not me, myself, who dance. Something come and I just let happen and let body move. It's not my ego to dance.
I think religion is not about you ask 1 or 2 monks or 1 or 2 person and then you will understand. You need time to read, to study, to spend a life with, and they will come slowly to your soul, to your mind.
그의 춤이 콘템포러리인지 아닌지는 모르겠다. 그러나 그의 춤이 나에게 감동을 주었던 것은 그의 춤과 그의 삶에 대한 믿음이 일치한다고 느꼈기 때문이다. I am contemporary and you are not. 나를 규정짓는 게 그리고 나를 규정짓는 한 요소였던 컨템포러리를 찾는 게 나에게 왜 그렇게 중요했던 걸까?
alive.